What's up, guys? It's Tony and Christian here with the Resell Brothers. Today we're going to talk about the #1 side hustle in 2024, and we believe it is reselling clothing online, eBay, Poshmark, and of course, Mercari.
We're going to tell you where we're getting it. We're going to show you what's selling. So after we show you some of the stuff that we've picked up recently from a bunch of different places, we're going to show you what's actually selling out of that lot of stuff that we've picked up, and show you what kind of stuff you should be picking up if you want to start a reselling side hustle in 2024.
We know it's expensive out there these days, so we're going to try to get more money in your pocket. Also, the Billionaire blazer went unclaimed, so we are going to redraw again at the end at the end of this video. So go ahead and make sure you watch to the end if you want to win that blazer. All right, guys, show you what we're picking up just a little bit.
Tell them where it's from, too. Right?
This one's from a thrift store. It is a vintage, actually it's from a Goodwill, a vintage Pendleton linen pair of pants, made in USA. That's pretty cool.
How much do those go for, you think? Maybe 30 bucks?
Yeah, maybe around 30 bucks. This is one more for me. This is a pair, we got 2 of these, also from a thrift store. These are a pair of cool jeans, the brand KUHL.
Just a great brand, for sure.
Just some nice, just everyday jeans. Yeah,
it's a brand that we did not know about before we started reselling, but now we do. Take a trip to an REI, you'll see a bunch of that. Next is an online arbitrage buy, actually. These are Roan flannels. They're new with tags, obviously, online arbitrage. The MSRP is $158, and this is just an example of something you can buy in the off season. A lot of deals are out there right now, so check out your local retail stores and online like this and find some deals to resell online. We'll probably make about $20 a piece on these, at least $20 to $30, but they should be pretty quick flips because they have a great sell-through rate.
For anybody that doesn't know, online arbitrage just means you went to a store's online website, found that you could sell it for more on a eBay platform or whatever, and then you bought it. You bought it from that specific site that was cheaper, and then you're going to resell it. So,
right.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got a few of these, also from a thrift store. Mizzen in Maine. This was the very like a techie performance. Actually, it does say
nice.
Performance menswear. This one
Leeward.
does.
Is that a Leeward?
Yeah, it's a Leeward, new with tags. So yeah, found this at a thrift store. This was gonna sell pretty good.
Probably like 50 bucks at least.
Yeah, I probably listed at 60, 65. Right. Take an offer.
And we paid around $13 for them, so a pretty decent return on investment there. This is actually a Marshall's find, $7. I know what you're thinking. These are kind of ugly, but they are corduroy cargo pants. They have the little ties at the bottom, which is always good for a modern style corduroy pant. But they are men's, and the MSRP is $120. Paid $7. Kind of rolling the dice on these. We bought a bunch of these, but for $7, not going to pass on them. Going to probably list them between $40 and $30. Not sure on that yet, but probably closer to $40 because it's not really corduroy season yet, and we want to get them on there for the winter time coming up.
This one is also a thrift store find. It's just a pair of Jordan sweatpants. And Jordan sweatpants normally do pretty well for us, especially when they're in this newer style. And the red seems to do better than like the plain black stuff does. So only paid like $5.50 for these. So hopefully shoot for 25 to 30.
Psycho Bunny polo. Now this is kind of geared up for Christmas season. A lot of people like Psycho Bunny, and huge sizes. So this is a 3XL. We bought some 6XLs. We bought some 5XLs. So normally staying on the bigger sizes for the Psycho Bunny stuff. Paid $22. Probably gonna list it for $50. Double our money pretty quickly. Great sell. We bought these because they have a 100% sell-through rate, which is why we bought them. But a decent find there. We got a bunch of Psycho Bunny stuff from Marshall's, TJ Maxx, those kind of places.
This is another thrift store find. I believe this was actually a Goodwill. It's a Wrangler, which I know Wrangler's not the best brand in the world, but this kind of a fleece line
with tag
shacket, because it does have pockets. And shacket's been a good keyword for the last 2 years, and hopefully it is once again for the 3rd year in a row. Another wintry item, so hopefully sells rather quickly.
I have the Marshalls pile, as you can tell. This is a 3XLT Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. It's actually made out of a stretchy kind of performance-y material, which is obviously going to be better. The stretchy performance materials sell a lot faster. In pretty much any brand, the stretchy performance materials sell better. Paid $21 for this. Going to sell this for at least $50.
At least.
Probably list it for like $65.
All right, this is an example of, if I can pull it out without breaking it.
I'll do another one.
No, I got it. It's just a Carhartt. This is also from a Goodwill. It is a Carhartt, but it is a ripstop, just a short sleeve button down. It's also a 3XL, nice big size. Vented, all those good keywords. You can put like work shirt and stuff like that. But Carhartt always does pretty well for us, especially if it's not just something that's just, you know, plain pair of pants or something. But ripstop, good Carhartt.
This is a pair of New Attacks Grayson Sherpa golf shorts. Very odd style for a Grayson, so I'm not 100% sure how quickly these will sell. I do know they will sell for more than $13, so probably going to get at least $30 for these. 13 into, I'd say 35 for a New Attack pair. Grayson, if you don't know, is a pretty good golf brand. Look for the wolf, and that's how you know it's Grayson. It also says Grayson.
Anybody that's resold for a while will see this bright color and probably know what this is. It is a Lily Pulitzer skirt and size 14, so good size for Lily Pulitzer. A lot of times we'll find like size 0 or 00, so glad we found a good size. It's just a skirt that's New Attack. We paid right around $13 for it, so not a bad price for something that's New Attacks. I know skirts aren't necessarily the best thing to sell online, but something new like this should do pretty well.
This is a Ralph Lauren 4XB. I don't know if you can see that. XBs, Ralph Lauren's, we always buy the XBs. We'll pay up for them because they do sell a lot faster.
What's over here? We got a nice little Galvin green polos, a brand that we don't really see a ton of. It's a golf brand that does pretty well. Not necessarily the best find ever in the world, but it is a bread and butter pickup that will keep us going, and, you know, make another, we'll probably make, I don't know, 15 bucks on this polo because we only paid $6 for it, and hopefully it'll sell for more of that 20 to 25 range.
All right, guys, we got an online arbitrage here. This is a big, I'll pull it out of the bag. I might have to rip it open, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'll just rip it open. It's got the tags on it.
Paid $22 for these.
Paid $22 for these. This is an example of why you always buy off season. This thing will for sure sell. It's a real thick
canvas
Sherpa lined canvas Carhartt jacket. This thing's really, really nice. Definitely going to sell for well over that $22 mark. Probably going to list it for like $60, $65, and we should definitely sell this in the wintertime really quickly. And it's a good size as well. It is a size 2XL. So great online arbitrage find there. We got a bunch of these things. It's another example of why keep your eyes open. You'll find stuff. There's no excuse for sourcing not being available in your area if you can do it online. Obviously, it doesn't get any better than that.
I got a couple of just plain guys here.
Plain guys?
Yep, this is a Wrangler Pearl Snap. Don't normally pick up the Wrangler button-down shirts, but something like a Pearl Snap that we can get cheap enough. This is just from a Goodwill, and I believe it was half off actually at the Goodwill, so it was like $2. But the Pearl Snap has some good, cool embroidery on it as well. Something that we could sell for at least $15, probably in the $20 range.
This one's...
I'm not telling. I said I got a couple.
Oh, okay.
This is this I picked up because it's got a lot of good keywords in it. It's got a Henley, it's got waffle knit, it's got thermal, it's a Duluth Trading 4D grit. I think the Duluth Trading sometimes not the best, but 4D grit I think does a little bit better. So
is it 4D or 4D?
4D.
Wow, 4-dimensional?
I don't know.
This is kind of a weird one. This is an online arbitrage. This is a Filson wallet. So if you've been reselling, you'll know CC Filson. If you've not been reselling, here's a brand to be on the lookout for. This is a CC Filson. Hopefully you can see that. CC Filson leather wallet. We got these for a really good deal. Probably going to make at least $20 a pop on these, and we have a lot of them.
Charlie Tyrewit. I just call him Charlie T. Christian almost fell. I call him Charlie T because I don't like to say that last word. We got 3 of the same size and everything, so we might bundle these together. Very similar styles as well. So, yeah, this is a good brand. It doesn't look great. It's an example of one that doesn't look great, but it sells well in our store. So, yep, Charlie T.
Do us too.
We'll do these 2.
You'll do what you're told.
Greg Norman polo, got from a thrift store. This cost us about $5.50-ish. New Attack Greg Norman polo, nothing special. Probably listed around $30, and then get an offer for anywhere between 20 and 25, maybe 30, but we only paid 5 for it. So Greg Norman does sell better and quicker if it's new, which this is. What do we got here? A Minigeldo Xenia.
El Menegildo.
A regular polo by them, so not the greatest thing you can find by them, but they're still a good brand. Not necessarily sure exactly what we will list this at, but yeah, our Menegildo Xenia. If you can find a suit, you're in there, but polo is still good too. All right, those are just a few things we're picking up. Obviously, we have a lot more, but that would take forever if we showed you guys that. So now we're going to transition into the what sold for specifically last week.
All right, guys, getting into the numbers for the last 7 days. eBay was $10,201. Decent sales on eBay. Poshmark was $866, and Mercari was $179 for a grand total of, Tony, how much?
$11,246.
$11,246. Now, those are just the gross numbers. We're going to get into the actual sales here. So we're going to slide right into the sales so you guys can see what is selling for us as full-time resale.
First thing we got here is a pair of Faraday shorts. These were new, so that always helps them out. But they still took actually a while to sell. Sold for $44, $45, $60.
They're listed $623.
Yeah,
so
we paid $17.50 for them, so paid up a little bit. But
and if you're new to the channel, we do custom label our SKUs with the date that they were listed. So as you can see, and this is the SKU number. This is how much we paid for it. Most of the time that number is cost averaged, and then the date that it was listed. So $623 is the date that this was listed.
This one, it was not cost averaged. This was just straight up. It cost $17.50.
Yeah, the older ones, some of them weren't cost averaged. This is a pair of Mark Fisher women's sandals. They were new without tags, which is why they sold for so much. They sold for, I think, around $50, and they were also listed $623. So shout out Auto Posture for helping us sell this older inventory.
Okay, this is a
top notch, good one, man.
We made a short about this and a while ago, actually. I mean, it took a little bit to sell, but a pair of Volleybek shorts. They are just, I mean, really, it's kind of plain old shorts. They're nothing crazy about them.
Very techy, kind of like Lulu.
Yeah, but I mean, still, Volleybek sold for $135. He had them listed at $200, but when you pay $5 for a pair of shorts and somebody offers you $135, it's
so
kind
hard not to take
hard to turn it down. But yeah, and it took, I think, how long did it take to sell? Like a month, month or two, something like that. So,
and that's on our men's brand sheet as well. So if you've not checked that out, check it out. We got brands like Volleybek on it.
$135 for a used pair of shorts. Yeah, pretty nice.
Nice. G4. This is a retail arbitrage find. Says we paid $52. I think we actually did. I paid up a little too much for this.
Yeah, this was not a great.
Sold for $88. Still didn't lose money, but took a long time to sell. Probably would not pay over $20 for these again.
This is something that we would pick up again. This is a Denim and Supply.
Vintage.
Yep, vintage Denim and Supply, because I think we just put vintage because they don't make them anymore. I don't know. But sold for like $24. It wasn't the $33. So $24 on an offer, pretty good.
Patagonia shirt. This is just a regular basic Capilene base layer Patagonia t-shirt. Sold for around $21, and it sold relatively quickly, listed $723.
That's a year.
That's
a year.
That's
yeah,
not relatively.
Not the quickest. Denim and Flower.
I thought it was 24. Sorry.
Denim and Flower. This
took
one
forever.
Also took close to a year to sell, but it has a cool pattern to it. Some USA Bears.
This looks a lot like a knockoff of Brother.
But hey, still sold.
All right. Hickey Freeman actually has fallen off quite a bit. It used to sell for a little more money. Now, not so much, but we do pick it up if it's new. So if we find it new for $5, we're going to pick it up. This sold for $30.40.
Also took a year to sell.
Also took a while to sell. So that's at $823. Like I said, a brand that we're not picking up as much as we used to when we first started recently.
A pair of Sperry's. We also don't really pick up a lot of Sperry's either.
These were new though.
These were new though, according to Christian. I'm just kidding.
Another
also
old one.
took a year to sell.
Wow.
So Sperry sometimes takes a while.
They were listed quite high.
Yes, they were listed high. Yeah. This sold for $85. So.
Pretty good honestly. $633 was the cost average. I'm assuming these were bought at like a Goodwill or something. Polo Ralph Lauren. This is a Yarmouth Pinpoint Oxford. Also had the pony on it. It's a flesh-colored pony as well. We don't have that in the title, but if you see a pony that looks like this, it's a flesh-colored pony. This sold for a full price of $21.85 for a used Ralph Lauren Yarmouth polo.
Under Armour
button down.
pair of shorts, just a plain old Under Armour pair of shorts, sold for $18.05. That is exactly what it sold for. So yeah,
Bread and butter.
bread and butter.
This is I said J. Crew bundle. This is a bundle of several different pairs of pants. It's an example of how having a larger store can help you out. People will bundle stuff together and try to get that discount on the shipping. So we have 1, 2, 3 pairs of pants. First is a pair of J. Crew pants. Next is a pair of Mobby pants. They're the matte, actually. So that's a certain style name for the Mobby jeans. And next is a pair of Levi 513s. Just a lot of bread and butter brands. The total for this one was $94. So a pretty decent, larger combo sale there.
All right, just a regular Nike polo here. I think it was a $15 or $16 sale. A lot of times, especially if they have a logo on the front like that, we will take a lower offer. So paid average of $6.22, made probably $8 on it. But hey,
I think the white candy stripes, it's very specific. Somebody might be searching for that, so that might have helped it. So Eddie Bauer, this is a seersucker performance. So seersucker is obviously going to add a little bit of value, and it's going to sell items a lot quicker if they're a decent brand. Eddie Bauer is a kind of a lower tier mall brand, but they have certain iterations that are more expensive. This is a little bit of an example. The outerwear is more expensive. Sold for $19 and took a while to sell as well. Listed in November.
Zero Restriction. This is a golf brand. We listed it in November. It's a lightweight jacket. So as you can see in the title, if there's ever a jacket or like a hoodie or a sweatshirt that is lighter, we will always put lightweight so the customer knows what they're getting. This was not a winter jacket, and so that's why it took a little bit longer to sell, but still sold for $22.80. Zero Restriction does pretty well for us.
If you price Zero Restriction too high, though, it will take forever to sell.
True.
So price it at market or a little below. Just a little advice, because sometimes it looks like it sells for more. J. Crew, this is a pinstripe Ludlow men's blazer. Size 38R, so pretty common size. Retails $168 on this. Sold for that $80.75. And also listed in November, so it took a while to sell. But blazers are picking up a little bit right now.
For this little photo tip, a lot of the times you'll get like those weird horizontal lines that go through, and I found that if you act like you're going to edit the photo, so you hit edit, if it's on an iPhone, you can hit edit and then it gets rid of the lines, then you can screenshot it and then the lines are gone, so that kind of helps out a little bit. This is just American Eagle. I think it's a flannel. It seems like a thicker, it doesn't say in there. Yeah, it's a flannel. Sold for $21.85. So it took...
Should have definitely put flannel in the title.
About 7 months, 6-7 months to sell, but, you know.
It's weird, yeah. Our older inventory, and this is kind of rare. It's normally, because this is just in order of, like, days. So these aren't, like, hand-picked, like, in a specific order of the older stuff first. So it seems like we've sold a lot of older stuff this past 7 days, which is interesting.
Well, if you look at this one was relisted. So the start time says July 12th, 2024, but we have it listed at December 23rd. So it got relisted a few days ago.
Yep.
Not a few days ago. It got relisted like a half a month ago. So it the auto posher really probably got it from being buried in the algorithm to being brought back up the top.
Just because if you're not familiar with auto posture, we have a video on it kind of explaining why we use it and how it's helping us sell our older items. So check out that video. I think it's like greatest eBay software in the history or something. Anyway, it doesn't say auto posture in the title, but it says something about software. But this is just an LL Bean Henley sweater, sold for $22.
Okie dokie. Pair of Haggars. A lot of people don't buy Haggars. We buy Haggars.
$20.
Sold for $20, and we cost average of $6.70 for those. So
listed $224. So the Haggars sell faster
Haggars,
than the other stuff.
Croft and Borrow, Dockers. I mean, anytime we find them at Goodwill and they're new,
when you're doing volume, yeah,
they still sell.
Also, if you're just starting off reselling, it's pretty much a sure thing. It might take a while to sell, but it's not going to cost a lot, and it will definitely sell. This is a Nike Ohio State full zip hooded jacket.
Sold for $28.50.
This sold for $28.50, and it was listed $224, so sold in a decent amount of time. If something sells within that time period for us, we're pretty happy.
I found a lot of Ohio State and sports team stuff. If their football team is good right before football season,
anything that sells in 6 months for us, especially it's kind of off season.
Tory Richard, or Tory Richard, as I like to call it. I think this sold for $19. Just a little Hawaiian style shirt.
Made in USA.
The USA.
Is it? Oh, it's not even silk.
Viscose.
This is a Croft and Barrow. This is a new button-down men's shirt. Very basic, very bread and butter. Kind of stuff we pick up for like $5, not overpaying for it. Sold for $21.85. So actually a really good sale, and it was listed $224. So less than 6 months. Actually, probably around that 6-month mark, and selling for a good price. Yep.
Oakley swim trunks, same thing. Sold in about 6 months. $5.68 was the cost average, and it sold for $23.75. Oakley, some stuff is not good and some stuff is good. So
this is newer, obviously.
Yeah. The newer style Oakleys do better. The old weird, big blocky Oakley stuff is not very good, but this newer stuff is not bad.
All right. Ooh, did I get both bundles? Look at this.
Wow.
This is a bundle. It sold for $79.80 plus $11.99 shipping. It has a pair of Lee men's pants. It has a Duluth Trading men's extra large seersucker, another seersucker shirt, and it has an Untuckit extra large, and it has an Izod extra large. So a bunch of random brands in here, all bread and butter brands, nothing crazy. The Duluth Trading one probably had something wrong with it because it sold for $9.50, but definitely happy to see these shirts go, and for a really good profit. I think we only spent like around $15 for all these. So 15 into 99, actually $79.80 plus shipping is pretty good.
Eastern Mountain Sports, don't really see a lot of people talking about these, and we don't normally pick them up, but this is the
sold quickly.
Go up. There you go.
Listed in April.
It's the cutoff where you can unzip it. We call that convertible. Normally that does pretty good. It's a pretty good keyword that hikers like to have. Sold for $23.75 in 3-4 months, so pretty good.
$23.75. Okay, South Carolina. This is just an Under Armour, really basic polo. Just has that South Carolina logo on it. Sold for $19.95 and sold really quickly. The sports team stuff does seem to sell a little quicker than just like a regular Under Armour
American
polo.
Eagle plaid shorts. Sold quick, 3-4 months, $20. Not bad.
511 Tactical. This is just a regular pair of 511 Tactical pants. You'll see them everywhere. Sold for around $20 and sold really quickly. Actually, not really quickly. Sold listed in April, so sold relatively quickly.
Cuts is a brand that we have been picking up recently. I mean, you don't find a ton of it, but it's a long sleeve Henley. Sold for $23.75. I've found that, I mean, it's kind of it's not a long tail, but it's not an instant sell. It's normally takes a few months. So, but this one sold pretty quick. I just don't think a lot of people know about it. So,
Eddie Bauer, the lightweight Eddie Bauer jackets actually sell really quickly for us. This was listed in May, already sold for that $28.50, and they're selling for a decent amount. I'd say definitely over $20, in between $20 and $30, depending on the size.
Untuckit, $19. A lot of people say Untuckit's dead, but this one was listed in May, so it sold rather quickly. Don't sell for as much as it used to. People are trying to get $25, $28 out of them, but if you sell them for the teens, you can get rid of them. Christian's trying to catch a fly. Oh, geez, the Pete's, man. Untuckit.
Next, we have a Peter Millar, just a summer comfort shirt polo. Just definitely a bread and butter. Used to be a little better than it is now. Sold for $19.
Yeah, it has a logo on the front, so we don't expect to get as much out of them. But
if it didn't have a logo, maybe $25.
Yep. This is an interesting one. So I found this Aldi jacket.
Aldi.
Christian told me not to buy it. I bought it anyway, and it only sold for $13. But It sold, only sold for $13, but it sold pretty quick, actually. 3 months. So 2 to 3 months.
Moving on. This is a Lululemon men's, just a plain t-shirt, sold for $30, and it sold pretty quickly, listed 5, so it listed in May. Yeah, pretty bread and butter sale there.
This is just an Izod quarter zip. It's like a sweater pullover kind of thing. Sold for $25.65. Sent out an offer on it, and yeah, sold pretty quickly too. And then about probably a month and a half.
Why are you holding your mic?
Cool.
So
this is what
the audio.
This is what the cool millennials do.
You're gonna mess the audio.
It's not gonna mess the audio up. How's it gonna mess the audio up? What's the difference of it here and here?
Because it's way louder when you
I'm
do
just
that.
talking normal, talking quiet. Don't judge me.
It's gonna mess the audio up.
It's not gonna mess the audio. And far away from my face.
Peter Millar.
This guy, he is just a demanding director. Don't ever work with somebody like this.
I'm telling you, it's gonna mess it up. When the audio sounds horrible, you'll know why. Peter Millar. This is actually kind of a houndstooth. It looks like. No, actually,
it's
not even close. It's just a Peter Millar button-down shirt, sold for $20, listed $6.24, so it sold super quickly.
Nike ACGs. This is also.
Are these convertible?
Convertible. This sold for
40?
I believe it was like
40.
it was 40. I thought it was mid-30s.
40.
Okay, 40. ACG is. I think they're kind of coming back in Nike. They might be remaking some pieces, but this is a vintage pair. So when you see a tag like that one. Yeah, that's a vintage style.
Some vintage ACG stuff goes for a ton.
The more substantial pieces. Some of just a plain t-shirt is. But
this is an Elo Bean women's barn
55
jacket chore coat. It's also canvas. We included that as a keyword because it's canvas. Sold for $50, listed $6.24. Kind of surprising it sold so early. It's not even really cold yet.
And it had stains, yeah.
Yeah, it's quilted on the inside. It's got that thin slit, so it's insulated as well. A bunch of good stuff going for this thing.
511 tactical jeans. I believe these sold for around $20. And yeah, just some 511 tactical does well for us.
Brooks. This is a lightweight Brooks women's jacket. This sold for $32.30, and it sold super quickly.
Last time we bought a Brooks jacket, it took forever to sell, but
it did, yes, and it was very similar too. It was a smaller size though, I think.
Pair of Levi's women's, just some white denim.
Good size.
See, that right there, that word, wedgie. If it gives you a wedgie, it's a good style. So, sold for $23.
Make that butt look good.
Okay,
just kidding. Michigan Wolverine pants. This is a kind of a generic brand sideline apparel, but Michigan Wolverines had a really good year last year, national champions, so definitely going to ride the coattails of that and buy whatever we can. Sold for $20 and sold super quickly. Listed $6.24.
And when we go back to that, whenever we have a sports team with kind of a no-name brand like that, we'll put the team first. So as you can see in this title, Michigan Wolverines, and then Sideline Apparel, the brand, we'll put at the end of the title. Because people are just typing in Michigan Wolverines.
Nobody's looking for sideline apparel.
They're not typing in sideline apparel Michigan Wolverines. So, little hot tip. All right, Eddie Bauer pants. Just some women's, kind of almost like a jegging, like a legging style, but sold for $18. Pretty quick too. Oh.
Reebok. This thing sold for $14. You wouldn't think an old Reebok t-shirt would sell for that much, but
got a camo.
The camo definitely helped it out. It's crazy to me that, and this is going to sound weird, but it's crazy to me that a large in the US is a 3XL in Asia. That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. But that one we only paid $2 for, and it sold in like a month. So
yeah.
K-Just is a really good golf brand. I believe we sold this one for around $70 to $75 or something like that.
This is the logo.
Yeah.
And
so yeah. So if you see that K-Just, their polos and stuff are going to sell for around that $30 range if they're used, $25 to $30 range. Something more substantial like this is definitely going to be worth more money. So yep, sold for $75 and rather quickly. Probably could have held out and got a little more, but who wants to do that?
We didn't pay very much at all.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
7 Diamonds. This sold for $42.50, and it sold relatively quickly. It is new with tags. It has a kind of a cool floral pattern to it, which is another reason that it sold so quickly. But Seven Diamonds, sometimes they take a while to sell, but they do seem to sell for more. I think we've talked about this several times.
This is a Lululemon women's jacket. Just a very lightweight jacket, and I still think it sold for $45. Very good sale. Actually, it might have been 50. I think it was 50.
It's a good size.
It's a good size for
10,
Lulu.
yeah.
A lot of times you find Lulu and it's very small sizes, but this time worked out pretty good.
A Canali jacket. I'm like 100% sure this had a flaw on it.
Yeah, it did. We only sold it for 30 because it
had some staining
multiple
on it.
stains.
Some discoloration. Definitely was not in the greatest shape, but we still sold it for $30, and we did not pay an arm and a leg for it. So,
Eton or Eaton, I don't know, however we say it. This one was retail clearance buy. Did not buy this from a thrift store, but still worked out pretty well. I think we sold this one for $40. Big 4-0.
We've actually done really well with Eaton or Eaton. I said the same thing.
Eaton or Eaton?
Eaton or Eton. We've done really well with this brand, actually. We sold a denim-looking shirt recently for over $40 as well, and it was used. So definitely be on the lookout for that brand. J. Crew two-piece suit. J. Crew.
Looking good in your two-piece suit. You know what? Always. It's a song.
J. Crew, their men's suits and women's suits are definitely bolos. They pretty much always sell for us. We've never had any sit. Pretty common size, 40R. Definitely a bolo. Sold for $45.
Lululemon shorts, full price sale here. Lulu, actually,
no. Sorry.
The new Lulu is a square size dot.
Yeah.
So learned that from Caleb Sales the other day. Yep.
Shout out, Caleb.
Not a lot to explain here with Lulu. Everybody knows.
Ralph Lauren women's shoes. This is a little bit of a curveball. We don't sell a lot of shoes
or women's shoes, particularly. We sold 2 in this video.
This was listed by the VA.
This is big country.
They should have put Ralph Lauren Country in the title, but they didn't. Would have probably sold for a little more, but definitely a quick, nice sale there.
Sold full price.
Yeah, sold really. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but sold super quickly. Paid $5 for them.
Democracy sold for $23.75. A lot of times with these, they'll have that ab technology, so they're gonna be slimming. And yeah, $23.75. White seems to do pretty well.
Nast. Did I say it right?
Is it Nast or Nat?
I always say Nast. N-A-S-T. This is just a Nast. Silk, 100%.
How many times can we say Nast?
I don't like saying it. I don't know what about it.
Nasty Nat.
But yeah, just a quick little $20.
J.M. Hagar. I think this was a Goodwill buy, and we sold it for $40.
The retail on it is actually pretty high.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's just sometimes
$220.
Those Kohl's brands put retail on stuff that is just like nobody's gonna buy for that.
Yeah, they have 75% off the retail in the store. Wow, what a sale! But really, it's just like this is a $20 blazer. But Lacoste, $25 sale here. $25 sale here. A full price sale. Sold pretty quickly too. Listed $7.24.
Another quick sale by the Brooks Brothers. Sold for $20.90. A lot of the times, Brooks Brothers, you just can't ask too much for it. They that $15 to $20 range seems to be the nice spot for it.
All right, we're getting close here.
He knows.
Jeter knows. This is obviously a Derek Jeter T-shirt. Sold really quickly for that $17 mark, which was pretty good for a T-shirt.
Smart Wool, $41.80. Everybody knows the little nitwit, and that's
what'd you call him?
That's nitwit right there.
Oh,
if you didn't know, Smart Wool, really good stuff. So yep. Get that go-go juice.
I can't wait till we get sponsored by Red Bull.
This video is brought to you by
we had
ExpressVPN.
We had somebody. This is gonna sound. We had somebody try to sponsor a video, and they offered us all this stuff, right? And I was like, "Oh, cool, we'll do it." All right. And then they came back. Well, actually, we found that your videos fluctuate quite a bit, so
yeah,
we don't really want to give you what we say we're gonna give you. So would you take this instead? We'll give you this for free, as opposed to like all this other stuff. And I was like, nah.
ExpressVPN.
Yeah, it was not ExpressVPN.
If you're trying to keep your online information safe,
If you're doing sketchy things,
use ExpressVPN. We don't.
You want to watch Japanese Netflix?
These are good.
Do you love Godzilla?
This is who else? AG1. I always start all my mornings with a nice green drink. AG1. It really gets me feeling right.
This is going south.
These are you just tired of ads from people?
Good American.
Just tired of ads.
Curve straight high-rise stretch jeans sold for $28.
And if
Good
you're
American's
tired
a
of
great
ads,
polo.
7-Eleven pure water. San Francisco Giants hat. Just
Retail arbitrage.
Retail arbitrage. Bought it for I don't even know.
I think it was $5.
$5, yeah, something like that.
501 is what it says here. I think it was.
That was
actually,
a cost average.
I think it was around that though.
These are FR jeans. Bulwark. Sold for $26.60.
We're so close to it. All right, Patagonia.
Y'all tired?
Patagonia organic cotton men's pants sold for $30.40 and sold really quickly at that price.
Built. We sold this for $15. Sold it really quickly. Probably could have held out for that $18 to $20 mark, but you know, somebody makes you an offer, you gotta take it.
Kooples. This is a brand that Tony picked up. I had actually not seen this before.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's common considering how fast it sold.
Well, I looked it up, and the prices were kind of just like all over the place. But we got a really quick offer on it for $37, and I only paid like $12. I think I paid $12 for it. So rather than wait and not know if it was ever going to sell again, I just took the offer.
This is a cool little Harley Davidson belt. This actually sold super quickly. I probably underpriced it. A lot of times when we get miscellaneous items, I'll sell them like really cheap just to try to get rid of them because I hate listing them. But yeah, this sold super quickly for like $25.
Vintage Gant. So this is a very old Gant shirt. Sold for, I think it was $19, but we only paid $2 for it. We got it really cheap. So I took a $19 offer. First one somebody sent. Boom.
I used to think this brand was Giant because apparently I can't read.
It's tough.
And by used to, I mean I said it like
today,
like 20 minutes ago
when he pulled it up.
Johnny O. This is just a Johnny O quarter zip pullover. Enough said. Johnny O is a decent brand. Don't pay up for it. It's the Prep Performance. The performance lines are a little bit better. Sold for $25.65.
All right, people. I think that is. We're gonna end it here. Hopefully, this kind of shows you that a side hustle is possible reselling. If you really boil it down to, you know, good brands, you can even get all new with tags.
You can see we sell a lot.
If you want to make an extra
stuff.
$1,000 a month, it's something that's really easy to do. It can definitely help out a household.
The higher dollar sales we have are items that a lot of part-time people are picking up, stuff that makes them a little more money. But there's also the bread and butter stuff, the stuff that we were showing that we make like $10 a pop on. That's the kind of stuff you pick up when you're going full-time and you have a large inventory and you just want to keep income, keep cash flow coming into your business. So that's why we sell a broad variety of price points and a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, so anyway, we are going to... Oh, we got to do the drawing for the Blazers. Okay, guys, so that's the end of the what sold portion. We're going to... hopefully you learned a little bit about how reselling can be a great side hustle in 2024. You can make pretty much as you want. Just, I mean, work as much as you want, make as much as you want.
As you can see, we sell a broad variety of items. We sell some stuff. Maybe we sell it for $15, $17, but we're making $8 to $10 on it. That's full-time. We need cash flow, bring money into the business, consistent sales. That's what you do when you're more full-time. You sell stuff like that. When you're less full-time, you're more part-time, you're going to be selling stuff that you make between $10 and $20 on. Those are items that you can find pretty regularly, but you're not going to find a ton of. So when you make the transition from part-time to full-time, you'll be picking up a little more of a variety of items, which is why we like to show everything in the video.
Anyway, now that
boring?
That boring stuff's over, we can get to the Blazer redraw. So we're gonna do it again. The person did not claim it, so here it is. Hopefully whoever watches this actually claims it this time. So Do we just click to spin?
Click to spin.
Here we
Here
go.
we go.
Da, 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 da. Who's gonna win it?
Who's
gonna win it? Who's gonna win the Blazer? Hopefully somebody that actually watches.
Retro Dream.
Oh, oh, oh.
Don't exit. Don't exit. Don't exit.
I'm
Don't
not
do it.
exiting.
Watch out.
I was moving it.
There we
Okay. Retro Dream Beam.
Retro Dream Beam.
Don't know you, but hopefully we know you soon because you actually respond.
Yeah, with this, we need to get rid of this blazer. It's been here too long.
Yeah. So go ahead and send us a either DM on Instagram. You can email us. It's all in our link tree, correct?
Yep. Everything's
So
on the
you
link
just
tree.
go to our homepage on YouTube. You can see the link tree, and you can then find a way to contact us so we can send you this beautiful
blazer.
billionaire blazer, the 3 B's of business.
All right.
BIZNESS.
All right, guys. That's all we got. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications and all that jazz. Bye-bye. Oh, we're going to go to the bloopers now.
And also the billionaire blazer went,
Also, the billionaire.
went unclaimed.
Also, the
So you
billionaire.
can cut after the pocket thing. So
Also-
there's enough space in between.
Also, the billionaire.
There's enough space in between there. You can cut after that.
All
right.
All right, guys. Here we are. We're done with the video.
All right, guys. Okay, come back. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey, guys. It's the Resell Brothers here, Christian and Tony. We're going to talk about the best.
Sorry.
And then we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about what?
We're going to talk about what sold.
Where we get it from. We're going to talk about. What's up, guys? It's Tony and Christian here, the Resell Brothers. Today we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the best, why can't I remember the word?
Best side hustle in 2024.
All right. We're going to talk about the #1 side hustle in 2024. It is, what kind of name?
It's a hard word. It's a hard knock.
Start it over. Start it
for
over.
us.
We know you guys need more money in your pocket because everything is so expensive, but the #1, I said the wrong words in the wrong
It was
order.
fine. Just-
I know I said it in the wrong order.
Just be yourself.
All right. What's up, guys? It's Tony and Christian
I
here
can't
with.
do it. I laugh. We gotta redo it.
Did you fart?
No.
It smells like you farted.